Here's Joe Biden delivering remarks to the United Nations General Assembly in New York City. Gridlock alert in New York City right now. Here is Joe Biden. This is clip number 1.
Stay away from the east side of Manhattan today.
I stand here today for the first time in 20 years with the United States not at war. We've turned the page. All the unmatched strength, energy, and commitment, will, and resources of our nation are now fully and squarely focused on what's ahead of us, not what was behind. I know this. As we look ahead, we will lead. We will lead on all the greatest challenges of our time, from COVID to climate, peace and security, human dignity and human rights, but we will not go it alone. We will lead together with our allies and partners and in cooperation with all those who believe as we do that this is within our power to meet these challenges, to build a future that lifts all of our people and preserves this planet. But none of this is inevitable. It's a choice. And I can tell you where America stands. We will choose to build a better future. We, you and I, we have the will and capacity to make it better. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to waste any more time. Let's get to work. Let's make our better future now. We can do this. It's within our power and capacity. Thank you. God bless you all.
I'm struck by a couple of things on this. First off, really tough to push the human dignity and human rights as you are literally expelling thousands of Haitians who have gone through just enormous hardship, which was basically like the whipped cream on top of just an enormous hardship. It's
humane to kind of provide cover for the border agents using their reins as whips on Haitians.
The concept of choice, like every time I hear that in that context, I'm just thinking like, why are you letting your parliamentarian prevent you from doing, let's say this work on maybe on climate change and or immigration reform, et cetera, et cetera. The other thing that strikes me is, our definition of war. I guess what we're involved in terms of like other drone programs and, wherever it is, Somalia or Yemen or wherever we're doing this, wherever our JSOC teams are, is just kinetic energy. But here's the overall thing is that, nice speech, nice sentiments. If I was the leader of another country or a citizen of another country, and Joe Biden came up there and said, like, you can trust us again, I'd be like, are you out of your effing mind?
Prove it. Repeal the AUMF.
Well, repeal the AUMF. Do this other stuff. But, frankly, if I was sitting in one of those seats, I would have been like, 10 years ago, dude, I was here with watching Barack Obama give this speech. And 2 years later, Donald Trump is your president. Your country is effed. That's basically what I would be like. You are not a stable democracy.
Well, no one can trust the United States' position on the global stage for a variety of reasons, and one of them being the Iran deal.
Where's the Iran deal?
Right. We strike deals and then we have an unstable maniac come in and rip them up. Like, why would anybody want to participate in talks with the United States?
I'd be nervous. Well, I could participate in talks, but I'd be a little bit nervous thinking like, we've already seen how this thing goes.
I think the rest of the world is like, let the big bully tire themselves out. They're on the decline anyway.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I just think that we present as and I think it's an accurate presentation of a rather unstable country. Mm-hmm. We just had 2,000 people storm the Capitol 10 months ago. And it may have been just boomers or whatever that, you know, but like, I mean, that's not, that's not like a, on the list of like the top 10 things that show a stable democracy, that wouldn't be on it.
And again, we gave Biden a ton of credit for withdrawing from Afghanistan, and I still believe that was the right decision, and
without a doubt,
he did the right thing 100%, and he deserves, yes, again, credit for it. But then, you know, don't make broad statements about human dignity when at the same time you're publicly saying that, oh, I oppose the vaccine patent waiver, and behind the scenes not doing so, and you're making excuses for the abuse of migrants or asylum seekers at the border. You can't have it both ways.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.